Hello, it's Admiral Seabass again, doing UK and the FEC turn. FEC is a term from Global War 36, by the way. I know it's one economy or one nation, two economies here, and that isn't necessarily called the FEC, but it is in the Global War 36, so that's what I call it here too. Um, on the Europe map, UK is going to buy 2 tech rolls, 6 guys, and a tank. And the idea here is that the tank will get put down there in Africa. Fast mover, try to come up and help out against the Italians, and then those 6 guys will go on London. Kind of went back. I wanted to build up the Navy for the FEC, so I went with a light cruiser and a sub, and they're going to save a buck. So I'll be back with my combat moves in a minute. Forgot to tell you that I was going to do my tech rolls on camera, so that would technically be before combat movements. So let me grab these dice. Let me pay this to the bank here. Got all my chips. I just got a standard poker set for my chips. I want to get some nicer chips at some point, but going to hold off on that a little bit. Okay, UK and FEC already have heavy bombers. Let's roll for wartime economy. 7 or higher. Nope. And then let's roll for improved shipyards. Also 7 or higher. And they got it. Okay, so their ships will cost 1 less. And that actually will start this turn. No, it'll start next turn because I didn't have it start this turn for Japan, so it'll start next turn. So, and then here's my combat moves. Yeah, I really debated about this, but I brought the cruiser from 91 and the fighter from Gibraltar in here, and then I brought everything else in here, including the bomber from London. And if they scramble, it'll be close. Couldn't get enough in there. Maybe attack them with the French boats next turn, but yeah, that's going to be it. So let me set this big one up on the battle board, and then we'll do it. So there's the Toronto raid, C-Zone 97. Right there where you see the transport, which will die if the Brits win. Italy scrambled, plus the German fighter. So let's see what happens. Brought in the aircraft carrier too to absorb at least 1 hit from the Italians and the Germans. So let's see what happens. All right, destroyer at 2 or less. Oh, there's a hit. So I think if you're Germany, let me come over here and grab a damage token. I think you take your first hit on your battleship. Damage that. Love these markers from historical board gaming. So much more elegant than turn it over on its side. Okay, 1 fighter at 3 and a cruiser at 3. No hits there. And then the TAC, since it's paired with a fighter, shoots at 4, and the bomber shoots at 4 also. Oh my gosh. Wow. So they got all of 1 hit. So, okay, let's see what the Italians do back. 1 cruiser at 3. Miss. 1, 2, 3, 4 at 4 or less. That is 3 hits. So, go get another damage marker here for the carrier. Put 1 damage on the carrier. So that takes 1 hit. I think you gotta lose the destroyer for the second one. Oh man. think I'll lose the cruiser for the third one. Airs always seems to be a little more flexible. Although, I guess I should decide whether I'm going to stay in this fight before I choose what to lose. You know what? Hang on, let me check something in the rules. So it's interesting in the rules. I can retreat my naval unit to a space that they came from that was friendly at the start of the turn. Well, that one certainly wasn't. But I didn't really trace because I moved 2 from there to get into here with my cruiser. So I guess I'd have to retreat to there, which would expose my transport and leave my cruiser exposed as well to Italian aircraft and Navy. So I'm going to lose the cruiser. And do I press the attack? Man, this is a tough choice. See, that transport's going to be... I can move that transport back behind the Suez. And realistically, if I hit once or twice, they're going to lose probably, maybe even the Germans might give up their fighter. Because Italian Navy is so important. Well, I got my damaged carrier there too. He would also have to retreat back to there. I don't think he can land on a damaged carrier, but he could always go back. Actually, he can't. Well, he could always go back to Malta. You know what? I'm just going to play it out. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm just going to go again. So, 1 at 3 or less. Honestly, this game for me is a lot about just trying stuff, even if it doesn't make sense. So, here's 1 at 3 or less. There's a hit. And 2 at 4. Oh, there's 2 more. Okay. So, I think the Germans will definitely give up one of their planes. I think the Italians, I think you probably lose a cruiser and another plane. Okay, so here's the Italian cruiser rolling back at 3 or less. Ooh, that's a miss. And they got 1, 2, 3, 4 at 4 or less. Oh, okay. So there's 1, 2 hits. So probably will lose. Do we get rid of the carrier? I think we do. Let's lose the carrier. And then probably will lose the plane. Okay. I think we stay in it. But now he goes down to 3 though, without the plane. Okay, let's try it again. Let's press on. 3 or less. Attack. Ooh, hit. 4 or less bomber. Oh man, missed. Okay. They will lose the plane. So 2 at 4 or less. Both hits. Okay, so these 2 are gone. That scramble is pretty powerful, especially with the German fighter. And the battleship survives. So that's what it looks like. So the Italian Navy will survive. That's going to be tough for the UK going forward. It's tough for Italy to afford building up Navy. But UK is going to have no Navy in the Med if they lose this fight right here. So let's set that one up. So this is a fighter and a cruiser for the UK against an Italian destroyer. So let's see what happens. There's the hit they needed. So the destroyer shoots back at 2. Miss. Okay. So let's put these back over here. He'll go back to Malta. He'll stay here. Probably not safe though. And then the transport is sunk. So we took out one Italian transport, which is good. So we thinned him out, but we lost a lot in the process. So yeah, and now if you're Italy, do you go after those French boats before they hit you? I don't know. We'll face that question later. Okay, I'm going to do my non-combats. Okay, here's my non-combat moves. Brought this transport over from Canada with a guy and a tank to shore up Gibraltar. And moved those 2 guys forward from Ontario. Shucked the transport over here so they can come back down here or go over here next turn with those 2 guys. Move 1 guy up to Scotland. I hope that wasn't a mistake. Put 6 guys in the UK. All the planes there. Landed the fighter on Malta. Let's see. Moved a guy over from India on the transport and actually brought an artillery over. Converted that to UK, not FEC. I'm so glad I watched a General Hand Grenade video that just came out today where he talked about even if you bring guys over from FEC, if they take something that's on the Europe map, which this is, that is UK's. That is not the FEC's. So brought the artillery over to give some firepower, and then they picked up the 2 guys there. I think I'm going to do the Middle Earth strategy and build, especially since Germany looks like they're going south here. Middle Earth right here. Get some guys up into Russia maybe. Or push back against the Italians if they, which I think they have the advantage now, if they come east. Move these 2 guys up. They can move from here to here next turn, and the tank will move up to there, and then they'll be able to go against these guys unless they decide to do something else. Left him there more as a blocker than anything else. And yeah, I wonder if I should pull back from Alexandria. It's not worth anything, and they have transports, and they can land there. In fact, they have 2 transports. They can get 4 guys right there. Plus shore bombardment. Plus that. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to pull back. Egypt's very important. I'm actually going to pull all these guys back to there. So, man, I'm glad I caught that. Okay, I'm going to place units and then I'll be done. Okay, there you see the FEC light cruiser and sub there, building that Navy up. Nothing like the Japanese, but you know, I could see me building another light cruiser there next turn due to their anti-aircraft abilities. Place 6 guys there for UK and put the tank there for the UK also. So yeah, that'll do it. And we got to collect income, so let me read up on that and then we'll do it. Okay, UK collected 32 plus 5 for controlling all of its original territories on this map. FEC collected 17 plus the one that they saved, so they'll collectively have 50. It's not bad. So anyway, we'll see. FEC only gets bonuses if it's at war with Japan, and it has a couple of different territories over there. So yeah, anyway, and then pulling out Alexandria, maybe not such a good idea given that bonus. I don't know. All right, so that's it. Next turn we will have the Italians, which I don't have an Italian coaster. Sorry, using it at my Global War 36 setup, but they'll have $10 to spend next turn. All right, this is Admiral Seabass signing off.